To kick off for Indianapolis.
And we are underway in Allegiant Stadium. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
Sometimes I wonder if we're just not looking at Derek Carr and evaluating him the correct way, because this guy's been incredibly reliable. Only 2 missed starts in 6 seasons with the Raiders. His completion percentage topped 70% last year. The only one higher, Drew Brees in New Orleans. The problem, though, it hasn't translated into wins. They move the ball up and down the field, but they don't score enough touchdowns. Derek Carr hoping to remedy that in 2020.
That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line.
Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr, Xavier Rhodes, the quarterback, there in coverage.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Now he'll let it go deep, right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Rodgers on the return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. He's got Burton here. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
And the Raiders have got him. Carl Nassib. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. That was really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Oh, 4th down.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Now a throw here to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Looking for Campbell downfield. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Harris Campbell, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. It's caught. Jones. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Las Vegas.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. Shotgun now for Carr. Down his man, that's Tyrell Williams. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
7-yard line.
Counter play with Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
The tackle made by Bobby Okereke. No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
The Colts take over 1st and 10. At their own 29-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
To throw is Rivers. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
23 yards. 1st down, Colts.
From the gun is Eason. And this one's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Play action. It's Eason. This throw caught right around the 6. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. From the gun, Eason. Eason gets back in the ball, hops free, and the Raiders pick it up.
It's terrible.
He's at the 50, the 40. And the Raiders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, it's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Henry runs. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime the defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Indy set to go on offense once more. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They go play action with Eason. Campbell making the catch. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Colts.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. Operating from the gun, Eason. And is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
His kick is
The
good.
point after is good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
Josh Jacobs.
9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
Tackle made by Bobby Okereke. It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun, Carr. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That one goes for 24 yards. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. A big play there for Indy. 48 yards.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout, and they hook up again for another big play.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Operating from the gun, Eason dancing to his left, to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Eason on 2nd down. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. But a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field. Try to make sure he's...
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. Pass incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's A.J. Cole now, standing just about on his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Eason off the play fake. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
First down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Eason. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him a little bit, I think. So they're looking.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Harris Campbell as the first half is winding down. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
Rodrigo Blankenship.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together, Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. So we have come, and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Raiders 14.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Rodgers on the return. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
This one complete downfield on the left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Off the play fake. Eason. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Colts add on to their lead. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
From the 35 on second down, Carr. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Carr got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Carr. Reception here by Ruggs. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
Over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes, someone delivering it accurately, offensive line giving him time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and
once again, it's Jacobs. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
It's third.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, Carr. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders, and it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago, 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
Second and 7 at the 47-yard line.
On second down, Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. The battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker.
Intercepted by the Colts. They'll take over first and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On first down, Jacob Eason. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. Return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Off play action. Eason. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Raekwon McMillan came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake. Eason. This is caught.
Let's get that swaggy.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown.
Paris Campbell with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
To kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are out in the field and they're thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
1st down Vegas as Carr finds Ruggs that time.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39. Operating from the gun. Carr firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
Carr to throw again. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Now Carr again. Pass caught by Ruggs, middle of the field. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has has another first down at the Colts 16. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. Sometimes it's...
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Justin Houston just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a third and about 13.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 13.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Continuing to fight for more. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
A 32-yard attempt.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The kick by Carlson is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
49. Raiders 17.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
On the return, the Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Off play action. Eason. There's that man again. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Indianapolis.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. A dangerous return man showing it here. Past midfield, look out. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Man, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Rodgers on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They can now enjoy the final stages of this one. A very convincing win. I don't know what was said in the locker room, but whatever it was, it worked pretty well.
It certainly did, and it's probably a capper to everything that was said during the week because they go over every eventuality. I mean, you know how coaches are. They want to cover every minute detail, all the way up to how much time does it take to walk from the locker room to the field, you name it. When it all comes together and results in a victory, everyone feels pretty good about that.
Well, the I's were dotted, the T's were crossed in this one for them. Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
It's a gain of 10.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake. Eason looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition.
At the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big pickup of 38. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Rodrigo Blankenship.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Carr now on first down. Looking now, and that's complete. Shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Las Vegas.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Working from the gun, it's Carr. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game.
Today's final score, Colts.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defense